Welcome back to another installment of Trader Development. So, let's take a look at some of the new thingy-bajingies that I have added and some of the things I have updated. Let's start with the water, because this is now working as it should be. It wasn't necessarily not working as it should be in the past, but it looked really ugly because it had no transparency. Hey, it's transparent, semi-transparent. Yay! So that's fixed. Turns out the liquid textures I was using actually just didn't have any transparency on them. So yeah, I went ahead and added or set transparency to like 85%, and that fixed that. We'll get rid of those items because we're not talking about those just yet. Hopefully one of these. Sweet. All right, so remember how you couldn't shift click things into the storage locker? Well, you can now, but you have to break and replace the storage locker before it'll work. So with the new storage locker, we can shift click and throw our request form in, and shift click take our item out. The tasks you still can't shift click items into. That'll probably get implemented at some point, but it's not implemented yet. So if you have levels, oh yeah, and you can only shift click the right kind of items in. If you have levels with storage lockers, please consider replacing them. Just break the node and put it right back, and that'll update it so it has the ability to do the shift clicking, which is pretty handy for people that like to not spend a lot of time clicking around to get things. And then these were added at the request of Tristanator or somebody like that, I think it was. I have to do a retexture to the lit jack-o'-lantern yet, but we have normal pumpkins that just look like a pumpkin on all sides. You know, because if you're gonna have jack-o'-lanterns, you have to have just standard pumpkins as well. And then we have a jack-o'-lantern with a face on it that's turned off. And the one that's turned on, the texture is very subpar. So it's kind of hard to tell if there's a face that's glowing on this. So I have to figure out how to redo that. But if we set the time to tonight, and actually let's go ahead and put that, oh actually I already have one in the corner. Stellar. So that's with that one, that's with one, I think it's like light level 10 or so. So it lights up a fairly good bit for anybody that wants to build spooky levels, which definitely no problems there. The other things that have changed, been fixed, are difficult to show in single player. So I won't show them, I'll just tell you what they are. Ghosts can now do tasks and earn XP. So when you set up a task, let me just go ahead and actually I just click on the tasks tab. That's easier. I'll just use the plasma accelerator because it's easier to do. You just put in a value here. So we're gonna say doing this gives you 20 points. And bada boom, bada bing, it's there, it's ready, it's going. If a ghost were to do this, the ghost would earn 10 points for the team. So the math that was running behind the scene, if you are a ghost, you get half of the XP. But because there is the ability that somebody could set XP on a node to 15 or any odd number really, it does a math floor to the division. So if it was 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, of course. Math floor will drop that to 7. So that is how the ghost earns XP. It's half, but it's a floored half to make sure we don't get decimal points. I don't think it would actually break anything if we did, but I want to stick with whole numbers. So that's how that works. And while testing the code for this, and this works with anything that you can earn XP from, whether it's a task that requires getting an item or the anything, the code entry thing here, the one that you just punch, whatever it is, doesn't matter. It'll work with zero work on your part. It's all just right into the function. While I was testing the code for that, I discovered an error where if you were a ghost and you quit, you would crash the server. That no longer is the case. Ghosts can quit all they want and nothing bad happens. There was some other issue with the ghosts as well, I feel like, but I don't remember what it was, but I fixed that as well. There was the XP thing. The ghost was crashing. There was some other bug that I fixed that I discovered during the stream. I shouldn't say I discovered it, somebody else discovered it just by playing, and the bug reared its ugly head. I don't remember what it was. That was like 2 weeks ago now, but that was fixed. So things should be pretty stable on the server at this point. Like I said, if you have any levels that have storage lockers, please revisit them. Break the storage lockers and replace them so the shift clicking functionality will work, because people want that. Yeah, I think that's really it for this video. Not too much to cover this time. I didn't have a lot of time to work on code on this because I was working on fixing my website, and then I had a busy weekend with yard work and visiting family and stuff. So yeah, not too much work got done, but I did fix a few of the bugs, and that's what's important. As always, if you want to play on the server, round up a few friends, information's on my website, or you should be able to find it in the server list. Just search for In Our Midst. Otherwise, you can manually enter the IP and address, or port as well, if you'll want to do that. But yeah, that's going to wrap this video up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.